Hi, everybody. Shannon Petrovich with Therapist Talks, handling the holidays. In every therapy session during November and December, I ask my clients how they're feeling about the holidays. Even though there's so much hype around how awesome the holidays are, most people have serious negative worries, dreads, frustrations, and anxieties. This video will talk about the most common concerns and offer some strategies for handling the holidays. First, let's assess your holiday baggage. Many people dread the holidays because of their own history of holidays when they were kids. For many, this was a time of heavy drinking, fighting, pretending things were okay when they really were not. They go into the holidays forcing themselves to pretend and feeling miserable until they're over. If this is you, it's time to purge and reclaim. Do some journaling or talking to your therapist about the past and then leave it in the past. Determine to reclaim holidays in your own way, with your own flair and your own choices. Make them enjoyable, meaningful, and uplifting. I'll give you some ideas. So, what are your true feelings about Thanksgiving and Christmas? What aspects do you love? Which do you hate? What do you look forward to and what do you dread? If you could retool the whole thing, what would you do and what would you create in its place? Let's start with Thanksgiving, coming up next week. The two things most people dread about Thanksgiving are the massive amount of work and the dynamics around the table. The first strategy is to consciously and mindfully choose what matters and what doesn't when it comes to the work to prepare the dinner. So what if it's tradition to make 18 different dishes? If no one eats it or appreciates it, let it go. If you can choose to buy a couple of things already made and make the things from scratch that really matter to you and your family, do that. Simplify where you can and stop trying to do it all while driving yourself crazy. When it comes to the family dynamics, two strategies are crucial. The first is to go into the day with yourself centered in your calm, strong place. If you don't know what this means or how to do that, I did a video a while ago on relaxation and visualization. That might help. In essence, you want to breathe, self-calm, and focus on your own internal strengths. I went into a conference years ago on codependence, and there was a stand-up comic one evening who did this whole skit on how you can walk up to your front door of your parents' house just being a competent, capable adult and suddenly turn into a frightened, angry 5-year-old. This is what we call spontaneous regression, and this is what we want to avoid. So stay in your adult, capable, competent self, and if you notice yourself regressing, bring yourself back to the here and now. Focus your awareness on your surroundings and some affirmations of who you are today. Secondly, practice emotional distancing from any sort of dysfunctional dynamics. This means that as you interact with your family, notice as if from a third person account. I go in depth on this in the video, The Journalist Method of Dealing with Narcissists, but it's appropriate for all manner of dealing with difficult people. Be especially aware if your parent criticizes you, treats you like a child, subtly puts you down for your life choices, or if people bicker and compete for attention around you and you find that really triggering. Watch the dynamics from a detached distance and don't get on the roller coaster. When you engage in a more detached way, you can keep yourself from being triggered into a regression. If you find yourself really triggered, take a break and reset. Take a walk, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. Get out for a minute so you don't fully escalate into that regression. Truly, once you've regressed into that angry, scared 5-year-old, anything can happen. You're likely to fall into dynamics you can't control and you'll probably regret. So stay in your adult self and watch the circus go by. Notice those dynamics and just say to yourself, oh, wow, there they go, like always. Whoa, that was a caustic thing to say. Man, that was awful. Now they're running each other down like they always do. Whoa, that was super passive aggressive. Oh, look, they're going into spontaneous regression and have become tantruming children, but not me. I'm staying out of it. I'm staying in my adult self and just watching. The third crucial strategy is around politics. I have a lot of clients whose families blew apart after the 2016 election. They made the mistake of talking about politics at the Thanksgiving table that year and became furious with each other. I literally knew of many families who stopped talking to each other and didn't spend Christmas together that year. How sad. So it may be obvious, but it needs to be stated anyway. You already know what each person's political views are, so there's no reason to bring it up and hash it out at your dinner table. This day is for being together and expressing gratitude for our many blessings. Leave politics at the door and you can pick them back up when you leave. You're never going to change anyone's opinion. You're only going to hurt others, feel hurt yourself, or create more division. So just don't bring it up. If it comes up, leave it alone and change the subject. If someone is insistent, simply state, let's not go there. I love you all. There's no point in talking about it. I would rather not let anything ruin our day together. When it comes to Christmas, the main issues surround expectations. So again, what do you love? What do you dread? And what can you retool around those things? Years ago, our family started experimenting with alternatives to giving gifts to each other. We started with creating something for one person that we picked out of a hat at Thanksgiving dinner. The creations were really astounding and meaningful, and really some of the best Christmases we've ever had. Some of the remarkable creations included writing out funny family stories, or singing a song that related to what one family member was going through, and creating a family tree. After a few years, we decided that we were all too busy to keep doing this, and then we began to just give to charities and only give gifts to the children under 18. The relief in letting go of gift giving was enormous. We spent time together instead of shopping, and we created new traditions of time together, like making peanut brittle and other candies and cookies, and even marshmallows one year, which was a horrendous mess. I don't recommend it, but it was a blast. We also sang Christmas carols together, and we made gingerbread houses, which we pretty much ate more candy than we put on the houses. The other area of expectations revolves around decorations. So decide consciously what you want to do and what you want to let go of doing. There really are no brownie points for skidding into Christmas completely wiped out, exhausted, bitter, angry, and resentful. If you're not enjoying something, ask yourself why and retool it. I know many families and individuals who choose to volunteer at the holidays. This is a wonderful tradition and focuses and models giving to the families and children. Find simple things that are more fun and less hassle. Again, making cookies is more fun than shopping. If you're alone or a single parent, then it's all on you, and this makes it really challenging. It's really crucial to manage your expectations and only do what you know you can comfortably do. One year we were in the process of moving from Maine to Arizona, and my youngest son, who was then 9, and I were the only ones at home at Christmas, while the rest of the family was already in Arizona. It felt really empty and boring, and we were a bit strapped for cash, so there were only a few gifts. Somehow, after our youngest had gone to bed on Christmas Eve, I came up with this idea to make a scavenger hunt out of his few gifts, to make them last a little longer, I guess. I hid each of them and wrote a limerick for him to have to read and find them. It was tons of fun, and he and I ran around on Christmas morning doing that instead of missing the rest of the family. It gave us something to talk about and laugh about for the rest of Christmas vacation. Some other ideas: play board games together, volunteer together, adopt a family, serve food, purge and donate before the holidays, choose a secret Santa instead of giving gifts to everyone, make something for someone rather than buying it, give the gift of time together. For example, rather than giving a friend a gift you're not sure they will like, give a gift card, or say this card is good for one lunch together or one dinner together. Encourage kids, especially teens, to give the gift of time or effort. A card saying this is good for babysitting for your date night or cleaning the house or the yard. It's really important to help teach teens how to be of service, and even for younger children to learn how to give of themselves and not just things. Finally, have good boundaries. This means that you have an awareness of your self-care at every step of the holidays. If you run yourself ragged and skid into the holidays a worn-out wreck, you're miserable and all around you are going to feel it too. This ranges from your basic self-care, eating, sleeping, having downtime, to setting boundaries around how others treat you. If someone is baiting you or insulting you, we talked about detaching, and this will help you blow it off and not take it personally. But don't let yourself become a doormat. Stand up for yourself. Set clear boundaries around how you will not accept being treated that way. Take a break. Avoid that person. But ultimately, if you're feeling torn down, disconnect, hang up the phone, head on home, whatever you need to do. Life is too short to drink the poison of toxic people or to let yourself get stressed and degraded by anyone. In summary, retool your traditions and expectations to only things that matter and are truly meaningful for you and your loved ones. Detach from the emotional roller coasters of others, take care of yourself, and keep politics out of your dinner dynamics. You can create the holidays that you really enjoy. If you've appreciated this video, please please subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell so you'll get notified when a new video comes out. Please take a moment to share it on your social media, because you never know when something you share might help somebody else. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you again soon.